They called him a genius, a savior, but behind closed doors, the story changes fast. Elon Musk is the man who builds rockets, reinvents cars, and claims he'll save humanity. But beneath the surface lies something far more complicated and much darker. This is not the story you think you know. From traumatic childhood scars to global political power, this video uncovers the real Elon Musk, the one hidden behind billion-dollar empires, controversial tweets, and growing allegations of abuse, hypocrisy, and control. What's really wrong with Elon Musk? Let's find out. Elon Musk was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. From the beginning, he was different. Quiet, intense, obsessed with computers and space. But being different came at a price. He was bullied relentlessly at school, not just teasing, but severe physical beatings. One attack was so brutal that Musk was hospitalized. But the trauma didn't end there. When he returned home, his own father, Elon Musk, reportedly blamed him for getting attacked, calling him stupid and berating him for over an hour. This wasn't an isolated moment. Elon has called his father a terrible human being, manipulative, emotionally abusive, and cruel. It's the kind of early damage that carves deep into a person's psychology, and it might explain a lot about the man he became. There's also a myth that Elon came from extreme wealth, that his father owned emerald mines. The truth is less clear. His father did deal in emeralds, but Elon claims the family wasn't rich. Still, the whispers of privilege never quite disappeared. Despite his painful home life, Elon developed a gift, programming. At just 12 years old, he sold his first video game for $500. When he turned 18, he left South Africa, first to Canada, then to the U.S., where he earned degrees in physics and economics. At 24, he dropped out of a PhD program at Stanford after just 2 days. He had bigger plans. His first major success came in 1995 with a company called Zip2, a sort of early Google Maps for newspapers. It was acquired for $307 million. Elon walked away with $22 million. He immediately poured it into a new venture, XCOM, an online banking company. This eventually became PayPal, sold to eBay for $1.5 billion in 2002. Elon's share, $180 million. Suddenly, he was rich beyond imagination. But instead of retiring, he made a choice that would define the next chapter of his life. He would use his fortune to chase the most ambitious dreams in the world. Musk founded SpaceX in 2002 with one goal: make humanity a multiplanetary species. He wanted to build rockets that could take us to Mars. But early attempts failed. Rockets exploded. Investors doubted him. By the fourth launch, SpaceX was almost out of money. That flight had to work. And it did. SpaceX became the first private company to deliver cargo, and later astronauts, to the International Space Station. And most importantly, it created a reusable rocket, changing the economics of space travel forever. Meanwhile, Musk turned his attention to cars. He joined a small company called Tesla, eventually becoming its CEO. Tesla's mission: revolutionize transportation by making electric cars mainstream. It wasn't easy. Production was hell. The company nearly collapsed. But thanks to government subsidies, relentless engineering, and smart branding, Tesla exploded in value. It became the most valuable car company on Earth. Musk also launched the Boring Company to dig traffic tunnels, Neuralink to link brains with computers, and Starlink, a satellite network that would blanket the globe in internet access. At this point, it seemed like Musk could do no wrong. But behind the grand vision, something was off. Tesla factories became notorious for brutal working conditions. Employees reported racism, harassment, and punishing hours. In 2023, Tesla settled a racial discrimination lawsuit after a jury awarded over $3 million to a black employee who was called slurs and subjected to racist graffiti. And that was just one of several lawsuits. Musk, meanwhile, showed little interest in confronting these issues. He publicly denied systemic racism at Tesla and brushed off criticism. At SpaceX, things weren't better. 8 former employees are suing the company for sexual harassment and retaliation, claiming that Musk's behavior created a toxic workplace. One of Musk's tweets jokingly referenced a fake university named Tits. According to the lawsuit, that joke echoed through internal company chats. And at Neuralink, federal investigators cited objectionable conditions at Musk's animal testing lab. Whistleblowers claim animals suffered needlessly because Musk rushed experiments to hit deadlines. Even OpenAI, which Musk helped found, ended with him walking away, and now competing with it by launching XAI, his own artificial intelligence company. Each company began to show the same pattern. Great ideas, brutal execution, lawsuits, secrecy, a cult of personality. In 2022, Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion. He claimed it was about free speech, saving civilization from censorship. But what followed was chaos. He fired thousands of employees overnight. He banned critics, suppressed Substack links, and boosted his own tweets artificially. He reinstated banned accounts, some of them openly extremist, but refused to reinstate others like Alex Jones, until he ran a poll. Musk even labeled cisgender as a slur, banned journalists for negative coverage, and sued watchdog groups that monitored hate speech. In theory, Twitter was supposed to be neutral. In reality, it became a megaphone for Musk and for the voices he preferred. Experts say government censorship actually increased under his leadership. Transparency reports vanished. Algorithms were tweaked. Voices were amplified or silenced based on his whim. What was once a platform for global discourse became a personal tool for ego, power, and controversy. So what's going on inside Elon Musk? According to biographer Walter Isaacson, Musk thrives on chaos. He craves intensity, a man who finds comfort in war. His closest colleagues describe him as brilliant but volatile. He micromanages. He lashes out at employees. He obsesses over being the loudest voice in the room. Musk's behavior online is erratic, sometimes cruel, and increasingly political. He mingles with world leaders, supports hard-right parties like Reform UK, and openly attends political strategy sessions at Mar-a-Lago. He even joined Trump and Zelensky on a private phone call. This isn't just a tech CEO. This is a man with global influence, military contracts, direct access to governments, and a platform to control narratives. That power, unchecked, emotionally unstable, and driven by personal obsession, is a dangerous combination. So what's wrong with Elon Musk? It's not just the lawsuits, not just the hypocrisy, not just the chaos he creates. It's that Musk may be undermining his own mission. He says he wants to save humanity, but he's building a world where one man controls space, cars, internet, AI, and speech. He's traded idealism for attention, vision for control, progress for power, and somehow we're all part of the experiment. The real question isn't just, what's wrong with Elon Musk? It's, what happens if we keep letting him shape our future?